Okay, so 7.6 stocks. So stocks are very similar to bonds. There are a few differences, but they're a way of investing. So the market price is just the price which the stock or bond is sold. Okay. Dividends. So dividends are the company's profits that are shared. These are not guaranteed, whereas on bonds, you get that interest every semi-annually or yearly. Dividends aren't guaranteed, so it's possible that you don't get the money back. Okay. Then there's two different kinds of stock. There's preferred, and if there are dividends, these guys get them first, and then if there's any left, the common stock will get them. Okay. So here's an example of what a piece of like a paper you might receive for stock. So we have this is 100 shares. It's 100 shares at $100 each. So this is a $10,000 piece of paper. Okay. And here's the stock number. So this is common. Okay. So that's just what it looks like. All right. So then if you were to like look in the newspaper or maybe even online, this is what you might see if you're looking up some stocks. Okay. And this is how they change in price. So if you look here, in 52 weeks or the last year, this is the highest it's been, and this is the lowest that it's been. This is the name of the stock. Dividends is the current dividend rate in dollars per year. So they're getting a $2 dividend. Okay. Sales in hundreds. So basically you would add 2 zeros. So that is that day, 38,700 shares were sold. The high they were sold at is $34.40. The low is $32.82. So that's how much it has fluctuated in a single day. Okay. Yesterday, the end of yesterday, it ended at $33.50, and then the net change is it lost 50 cents. Okay. I guess it was the last is actually that day. That's the closing price at the end of the day. Okay. All right. So now to the actual math part. Okay. So when you purchase stock, you have the market price and commission. And for the most part, they're going to give you commission on the whole sale, not how much per piece of stock. Okay. So Velma bought 500 shares of Vesta stock at $15. The broker charged her $106 commission. Find the total cost of the stock. Okay. So we're just going to take our 500 times 15. $7,500. Okay. And then we come in here and just add the commission. So $76.06 is the total cost of that stock. Okay. All right. So then we have dividends. Okay. Again, it's similar to the interest you earn on bonds, but this isn't guaranteed. And when you invest in stocks, it does not have to get repaid. Bonds do. So bonds are probably going to be a little safer, but with that, they probably have less of a return because stocks are a higher risk. You would get a bigger return if it did well. Okay. Dividends can either be paid as a percent of what the par value, or they'll say this much per share. Okay. So we have Cecil. They own 100 shares of Communications common stock, par value of $100. If a dividend is 2.5% is declared, how much should Cecil get in dividends? So we're going to do 2.5% of this 100, or the par value. So 0.025. So $2.50 per share. And then we're going to multiply it by the 100 shares. So she's going to get $250 dividend. Okay. So then we'll try another one. So we have this petroleum preferred stock pays quarterly dividend of $1.50 per share. If Sarah owns 800 shares of the stock, what amount will she receive in dividends for the year? Okay, couple things. This is quarterly, so why don't we go ahead and multiply it by 4 to get the whole year's? So that's going to be $6. Okay. So then we're going to take that and we're going to multiply it by her 800 shares. So she's going to receive $4,800. Okay. All right. So then to figure out a stock yield, exactly the same as, well, not exactly, as the bonds, it's how much are you going to get in dividends divided by the total cost of the stock. The difference here is that on the bonds, we did not include the commission that was charged in the price. So this one is. So when you're doing this, it includes all the expenses involved in that transaction would be the total cost of the stock. So if she bought 10 shares of Calicon stock at $25, her broker charged $28 commission. If the stock pays an annual dividend of $1.20, what is its yield? To the nearest 10th percent. Okay? So first we need to figure out what she paid. So 10 shares times $25. You know what? I'm not going to do it that way. Hold on 1 second. All right. We are going to start that again. So let's not do that. Let's find the $25. Oh, just kidding. We can. So $25 times 10 is $250. Then we're going to add the $28 commission. So $278 was paid in total for those 10 pieces of stock, okay? And if it's an annual dividend of $1.20, well, it's $1.20, but it's $1.20 per share. So we need to multiply that by 10 shares. So it's $12. Okay. So then to find the actual answer, we're going to put it in here. We're going to do 12 divided by 278. And they want it to the nearest 10th percent. So we need to go 4 decimal places. So then we move it over 2. So then it's 4.3%. Is the final answer on that one. Okay. All right. So then we have Penny, and she purchased 1,000 shares of Pelter Inc. stock at $20.80. Her broker charged $408.23 commission. If the stock pays an annual dividend of 62 cents, what is her annual yield to the 10th percent? Okay. So we go ahead and multiply the 1,000 shares times $20.80. So if we move it over 3, she spent $20,800 plus the $408.23 interest, or not interest, commission. So 2,800 plus 408, 23, $21,208.23. Okay. And then they pay a dividend of 62 cents. So 62 cents times 1,000 shares. So $620. So then we just take the 620 divided by the $21,208.23 to the nearest 10th percent. So 620 divided by 21,208.23. So 0.0292. So we move it over. So 2.9% is what was earned. Okay? Hopefully that showed. Okay? All right. So then, this is probably the hardest part of this lesson. Okay. So when you sell your stock, there's lots of things that may be involved. There, you could, again, pay a commission to the broker, service fee to the SEC, state transfer tax, just lots of things. So then your net proceeds are going to be the market price, or what are they paying you for it? But then they have to subtract the commission and other charges. So when we were doing commission over here, when you're buying it, you add the commission because that increases what you have to pay. Okay, when you're selling it, we have to subtract it because you aren't getting that money. The person that you're using as a broker is receiving that money. Okay? So you can use this if you'd like. Basically, we'll see. Okay? So let's find the net proceeds from the sale of 100 shares of Danbury Corporation stock at $30.25 with commission and other charges of $86. Okay? So, and this really should come down here, this whole line. So let's just deal with what we have. So 100 shares, and they're selling at $30.25. So they would receive, if they didn't have other fees, $3,025. But they have commission and other charges that have to get taken away before they receive their money. So we have to subtract it. 6 is $29.39. And so because so this is profit because they received more money than got taken in, actually, it's net proceeds, sorry. Net proceeds is what that's called. Because we truly don't know if they made any money because we don't know what they paid for it. Okay, so now we're going to talk about this. Okay, so this information, this is the net proceeds, all right? I'm going to try and not get this sideways. Okay, so we want to find the profit or loss from the sale of the stock on the previous slide. So this, okay? You bought the shares, 100 shares, originally at $21.50 a share and paid a commission of $68.55. So bought, we figure out, okay, is 100 shares at $21.50. So then $2,150. And we're adding the commission because it gets added into the cost of the actual stock, plus 68.55. So when they bought it, this is what they paid. All right. Then if we use this, this is what they received. Okay. So if you look at these two numbers, if they paid $2,200 and they received $2,900, that means that they actually made a little bit of money. So we subtract them. 29.39, $720.45. And then at that point, you need to decide, did they make money or did they lose money? So they paid less than they received. So this is going to be a profit. And it's possible when you sell your stock that you receive less than you paid. And so you did lose money. But that's the chance you take in buying stock. Okay, assignment page 305, 5 to 29.